Okay, so first of all, I want to say happy Easter to all of you. For some of you, this is a secular holiday. Um, you know, for others, it is a deeply religious and spiritual holiday that's important to you. Others may have it as a time as an excuse to simply get together with friends and family or entertain the kiddos. Um, Ultimately, I'm hoping you're having a good, blessed day and you're enjoying it in whatever aspect this day is, important for you. Um, for me, I've been working, and in fact, I've been so busy as well that I've been wanting to tell you, or I would have thought, if I would have just had today in my mind clearer, um, to let you know that you can go ahead and turn in your work tomorrow morning if that helps free up your evening. This may not help for some of you, especially if you have to just work tomorrow anyways, or you might be thinking, well, that would have been nice to know earlier, Professor. Well, I came up with the idea later in the day, so okay, forgive me. All right. So look, I'm just saying, go ahead and my phone is it's one of you. It's one of you calling, which I'm going to call back. So this leads me to another point that I want to say. Some of you have been trying to contact me and discovering that I haven't got back to you, and this has been an accident. I've had so many people calling me and texting me these days, so please stay persistent. Right now, one of you are here just called me. I'm going to call you right back, okay, when I'm done with this. So be persistent. It should never take more than a day for me to get a hold of you. Return a phone call, a text, or an email, okay? And if that's the case, something is wrong on my end, so forgive me, okay? So, all right, you see that there's an exam, your first one, and you have multiple choice options for using the My History Lab. I let you take anything that from the chapters we've covered thus far, and you get the highest grade that shows up. I left instructions on what you need to look for to find your exam. If you have a problem finding that, then let me know. There's a few of us who discussed the potential of having an essay exam instead of multiple choice. I need you to contact me soon. I had a few of those discussions that I don't remember who I all talked to be honest. So that's going to be up to you to address, because due to the circumstances in which we've already discussed why that would be, we would do it that way. Okay. And what else did I want to say on that? Keep in mind that the exam is only 25 points, and you get a lot of points coming. And you're going to find out that the multiple choice factor focuses on what the textbook talks about more than what I've talked about. Some of you will do very well, and some of you will find this to be harder than you thought it would be. But ultimately, it won't break you. If you notice, again, how I do my class, success in these exams or failure is not going to determine your success in my class. It's you keeping up this intense workload every week, okay? So I want to remind you that that's the ultimate thing that you want to keep doing. Anything else that I wanted to say on that? I feel like I just missed something that I wanted to say. Another thing is, I have this documentary I just kind of on the side I want to mention to you. I think it's one of the last ones on Rome and Mithras, and that there's the guy who does the documentary covers an interesting topic, and I like what he covers in that clip, but he does it in a very kind of, some are going to feel very disrespectful way towards Christianity, which, when I find documentary clips, I always want you to know or to realize that I'm not necessarily always into the documentary clip 100%. I like it because it might draw attention to something for you that I think is interesting to our topic and should get you like kind of thinking about something and give you some visualizations. So I like what topic this guy addresses, but the way he does it, I would wish he did it differently in terms of, especially for showing my class. you'll see what I mean. Some of you won't feel that way. Others, you'll be like, what? But ultimately, I want you to know that every time I'm showing a documentary clip for you, even the crash course histories, I have issues sometimes with things that he says or approaches. I always just want to expose you to various sets of ideas, and I mainly think that it's good, but again, I'm not like, these are not 100%. Okay. And anytime I say something that you are kind of like, or it's an extra interest to you, feel free to kind of fact check me. That's what you should always be doing, right, with research on history or any other topic. Okay. So yeah, I think that that's mainly all that I wanted to say. I think that you will enjoy this section. My covering of Judaism is very thorough, maybe too thorough, but I feel like it's a good thing for you guys to know. And you'll notice that I separate it but then tie it up at the end of my last documentary as a separate category from ancient Israel when I covered Judaism. And so you're not going to really see that in the textbook as much. This is more or less my creation of my knowledge and my education to kind of complement a certain aspect of Jewish history that just somehow, unless you're specialized, doesn't get covered as much. Okay. And you say I do that. I'll be doing that with Christianity as well, and to a certain degree with Islam. So have a very blessed and amazing week, and always contact me with any question. Now I remember what I was going to say. Last thing. The day the exam is due, the night that it's due, you need to figure out, you should check and make sure you can find the exam on the My History Lab before an hour or two that it's due. I literally last semester had people texting me and calling me about 10, 11 at night for problems on how to do this. Now, look, first of all, if there's really a problem that late in the game, then we're just going to have to resolve this in the morning. And if you have a good excuse as to why it wasn't turned in, you know that I'll believe you. So just come up with something good to convince me, okay? But ultimately, all right, I mean, I'm not going to answer my phone or text this time around if I'm getting bombarded with people who just now found out that they don't know how to find out where the chapter was, and it's like 11 o'clock at night and it's due at midnight. Don't do that. Okay, I understand the temptation. Right now would be a good time to at least check and fish around. And then if you can't, contact me now-ish. Okay, relatively soon. Okay, that's it.